There he is.
Holiday goodies.
Meds.
Azithromycin, doxycycline.
All right.
So one for each donut.
One for each. Connex, great.
Listen there. I also put a card in there with all of my contact info,
Okay.
even house address in case everything else is down.
Okay. We don't want this in either any of the little divided ones. We want it separate.
I don't know. What do you think? You could put it where all the other
With
first
the-
aid
with
supplies
the other
are, maybe
five
just stick
containers,
it on
yeah.
top or something, so it's easy to grab. Yeah, they're should be pretty protected in there.
Okay,
And then you let me know when you're ready to get started and I'll start the cake.
rate on there, how much? And I'll write you a check before we walk out of here.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Oh, surprised.
Good.
Yeah, great. And
That's-
I threw in some over the counter stuff there. The pharmacist said, you need some Imodium in there. So there's a package of Imodium.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if the water's bad, and you never know.
Good. Goes to the Connex. Go ahead. I'll do that. Welcome to the December 1st Emergency Preparedness Committee meeting, 2:00. We have a few things on the agenda today. First announcement, tomorrow the Connex in the cemetery will be placed, so that we're going to have another one ready to go. There may be some hiccups yet, in that power is about 100 feet away, and so far Central Lincoln is saying it has to go underground.
Oh, no. Or
And if that's the case, it's a $10,000 bill to do that. And so I'm meeting with their engineer later this week, and we're gonna try and find another way of doing this. Another option will be we go solar on this one.
Solar
if we have
batteries.
to,
Yeah.
yeah.
an idea.
So we may have to do that, but no, we're not paying that much to get power there.
Oh, so the power goes underground, not.
Right.
Not the cost.
Right.
I was like,
Central Lincoln only deals with the power side.
yeah, okay.
So
I guess when that's up and running, maybe get another box of those to put.
we could,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Whatever. Yeah.
Because I think that, we'll just make it work one way or the other. We have time because we don't have supplies for it yet anyway. We haven't purchased those, so.
Pretty shady there. Is there?
There's a little opening, but we can work at that too.
Yeah.
We have connections with the cemetery and we can see what they would let us do. We still need to put shelving in and do that kind of stuff yet anyway. And we can tailor supplies more to things that don't need temperature control, or we worry about moisture. Primarily, the power for me is for the dehumidifier to keep the moisture out of everything. We can deal with lights. You can deal with battery operated light on the ceiling in there. We could come up with other ways to handle things, but I will begin looking into the solar panels just in case.
Mhm.
But we will proceed anyway. I apologize. The agenda I didn't do anything to it. Basically, I gave it to Kimmy as is, and it's the last month, so. Don is out. We don't really have any finance report. We have funds. Oh, and I did on the Connex. I beat them down a little bit, so we're getting a better deal on the Connex itself.
Okay.
So I'm not spending as much money, so we can get supplies and put it towards supplies. It's not near enough to go towards power, but we can deal with it otherwise. James is here today because we had talked a month or so ago, and I've talked with city manager as well about training and how to use the walkie-talkies that are in the Connexes. We need to have basic information for some of us at least that can get to a Connex. And once I can identify a couple of people at each Connex to be the key people there, I'll make sure they're here for our January meeting for training of sorts. Have you had a chance to touch base with Rick yet? I warned him you would be. Contact him.
That was first of last week and I was just busy with Thanksgiving.
That's what I figured. I told him it'd probably be as early as this week, but this month.
About the Radar Road Connex and put two of the radios out, one of each kind. I discovered just now, this one doesn't have batteries in it.
Interesting.
It should have rechargeable batteries, but because it was sitting in a charger, but there were no batteries.
But no batteries. Okay.
So you can sit there and just look and see what the situation is there. This one, the function really pretty simple, but it has some pre-programmed frequencies in it that are coded like it's to the state police, it's to the county emergency management office, things like that. But nobody answers. Probably nobody answers because it's too far away. And so why it was programmed that way in the first place, I don't know.
Okay.
What's the usual range on those?
Probably, I don't really know, to be quite honest. I'm not that well versed with these. I did borrow a user manual, but it's not user friendly. So I remember Lincoln County Radio Club, and I'm trying to try to talk. I want to talk to Rick because I think it may be, it sort of looks like the radios that they use, and to see what he can tell me about it. I'm also taking to talk to some of the folks at the radio club, see what I can find out. And
Great.
hopefully by January I'll have some more firm information about it. I did test them maybe a year ago.
Mhm.
And I could go from one Connex and a friend helping me. I haven't written down, but I just haven't stopped. I think I could go from one Connex to the other, but I couldn't go from the south one to Fire Park.
Okay.
I think I was able to go from this one to Radar Road, so I'll check that notes, so I might try to learn another test.
Are those two radios the same as we have in the south one also, do you think?
I'm pretty sure.
I was thinking that's what we matched.
I know that these are.
Okay.
Seems like the ones that were purchased for different and they're just been a different model. These do not have frequency.
Yeah, it says normal ones, 1 to 3 miles or less if there's obstructions, and they make long range models up to 9 miles.
What kind are you talking? You look up.
This is just the quick Google answer.
Okay.
But, I think in general, the average ones are like a mile or two or something.
Well, these little handheld things, they'll tell you up to a mile. But get ready with chickens for people. They won't off this loop. And lady that lives up here, starting out of Johnsford, she had to walk almost to, I think it was to the casino before she could reach me from.
Wow.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also constructions. Fields.
Oh, well, if I remember right, the primary goal was to be able to communicate within town. Connex to Connex and maybe Connex to the city and not necessarily go outside of with those radios. And we are looking into satellite type link so that we can go from City Hall out.
One of these channels, this one appears to be God's public works. It's just what he did, but I'm guessing that's what it is. But when I tried previously to call out about what people
That would seem appropriate to me that we be able to communicate with Public Works at that time as well, because okay.
Utilities and-
Attention. I don't know, maybe some frequencies now. I don't know, so I just need to talk with. But I haven't gotten to that. I did want to come and sit in and see what's going on, and share at least this much.
Sure.
Gotta have some firm answers.
If you're not getting them, let me know a week or so before the meeting and we'll just adjust meeting and we could move to February if we needed to. Okay, but that's fine. We have other little things that we can keep on working at too, so. Great, we will keep on that for sure. Another announcement, we had put a short article in the newsletter about a desire for anybody to volunteer turning in some sweatpants, sweatshirts, etc. for the commons for emergency shelter. If people were to come in wet and cold because of an outage of some sort, or however they're being having to leave their home. We had 20 some sweatshirts dropped off. We had 15 plus wet pants and a bunch of leggings dropped off. So we got a good response. Much impressed with them. And 6 or 8 jackets as well. So I think that's great. We've got them sorted and they're in tubs at City Hall now. We'll find storage here and get that resolved. I need to work with Rosa and we find a better permanent storage location in here.
Do we still wanna let people know, like, I'm talking to friends or have some, do we still wanna be collecting some? Or
If they want to still do that, that's fine.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That, I did not get a thank you in the December newsletter, but actually I have time for the December one, don't I? I have till the 20th. I'll get something, a thank you in there and a request for toiletries, the toothbrush, toothpaste kind of stuff. So we could put together some packs to have for people as well.
I think that's really practical.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's not costing us any money.
that's correct.
Yeah, it's just.
And people have picked up the little soaps and shampoos, that kind of stuff at motels forever.
Usually a basket of them somewhere.
Yeah, they're not as prevalent anymore because I know most Hotels are going to the larger containers into the showers now.
Well, they
but-
sell them at Fred Meyer's. They
Yeah,
sell
you
them
can get
out.
small amounts too, and we can go that route if we're not get enough.
Yeah, I think that getting people to donate, and this time of year,
Yeah.
we're trying to clean out stuff.
Sure.
There's time, because you're inside, it's cold.
Um. Distribution. We do need to find key people. Now we have up at Radar, we have Sue and Leslie, not Leslie. Finance. Julie, thank you. As contact, they're on up a little higher and they will be interested in, or are interested in being the key people there. Alex Cox, Commissioner, is also, he's down below. He's in and out of town quite a bit, so I think having all three would be good. We do need to find somebody near the South Connex. Dean and Shelley are moving. And they are prime people, and I don't know who else lives up in that area. Need to,
On the Parks and Commons Commission, George Drew, I think he lives near that down there.
he has the property up around the tank, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll see if I can contact him.
I think he'd be willing to help us.
I'll make contact there and see if he would be willing to.
Thought he said he would.
Did he? Okay.
I wanted, yeah, it seems to me as we've had a conversation
Good.
in that, because they were close, that, I think he came up in Parks and Commons, that's I think why,
Okay.
yeah.
That would work. And if we can find a backup for him, because
Yeah.
we can't assume somebody's going to be in town.
A lot of people have sold over in that little area. I'm not sure who's
Yeah,
over there in that area anymore.
there aren't a lot of, I mean, you have to come down the hill a little ways to get very many houses.
Yeah,
No, Ron and Meg Simons. They live south of the bridge.
Yeah, they're on
Okay.
the ocean side.
Oh, so you need somebody on
Up on the hill,
the hill.
closer to the tank that could run to the tank as an event ends.
Yeah, I don't know.
At least get it open. Which then it's always possible that in an event, those people are not around. And that's why we will have the key box on the post, on the power post there, so people can get in, get a key. We also have, if there was an event like any kind of shaking, a key will drop out of the box and a key is available. So we've got a couple of alternative ways of getting in.
box that's on there.
The key box,
Yeah,
it's about like that.
oh, it's a relatively small.
It's the little realtor's one.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking if we could hang something on that key, but it fit in there, that's like either a high yellow or a high orange color, so when it does fall out, somebody could find it.
The one in that box is about 6 by 6 and
Okay,
it has a string on the key already.
oh, okay,
So it won't,
just checking.
so it won't go on the ground.
Okay. Good to know.
I did ask that question. What do we have to do down below to salvage a key?
Just, you want to see it.
Yes, the installer made sure there was a
Okay.
string on it. Okay, we have identified the next September as an emergency prep fair. And we talked about focusing on, I've already forgot.
Is it
2 week
weeks
ready,
after?
2 week ready, rather than go bags and that kind of thing, but preparation for other kinds of things. And we can spend some time after the first of the year. We will need to probably no later than March, begin making contacts of potential vendors.
I mean, remember Mary, they went out to that thing in Salem,
Right.
so the state, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oregon OEM,
that
Oregon
they're-
Emergency Management.
That's their thing, to be
Right.
doing, so that they're gonna have, we can plug into that.
Yep, Mary and I both taken that class that
Yeah.
they offer online.
Yeah, but I think they have people who can come to the fair with.
Sure. We can contact them.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There are a lot of vendors up and down the coast
Mhm.
as well, already. And we will be in touch with Lincoln County, but we will need to spend some time making contacts and getting people committed to time for the fair. Sent out a list of some suggested goal concepts. Part of Public Works and Streets Commission requirement is to submit suggested goals to the city council for them to turn into the city goals. As part of Public Works and Streets Commission, Emergency Preparedness needs to submit a few. The idea for the goals is really to be something that actually is going to end up being accomplished, or you can work towards getting it accomplished through projects. That's why Public Works focuses on streets and wastewater and water distribution system improvement. I made up the ones for emergency preparedness. Mary had some additional suggestions, which were great. What I was trying to do is to make them fairly general and not get too specific, because we want our projects to be the specifics that answer the general condition. So I'm open to anybody's suggestion at this point to refine those recommendations, certainly. We want to establish the commons as a shelter. That's a goal. We've got a lot of little projects that we can do to do that. How, I'm not going to word it for council, their problem, and wording their goals, but give them the ideas anyway. We want to improve our organization and our quality of what we have in the containers. We've been working on that, and I think we've done a pretty good job at this point. We've got some things to replace this year that have expired. I think we need to relook at what is actually in there at that list again in terms of food. What should we be really having in there in terms of additional foodstuffs? Protocol. I think we need to, and we've talked about it a lot, continue to educate the public and the residents here little by little, monthly, if we can come up with our articles. I think that's helpful for a lot of people. I mean, we know they're reading it because they did respond in the sweatshirts and sweatpants area.
Mhm.
So I think that's great. I think everybody is in tune to that. So it's just a matter of coming up with what kinds of things could we do. Oregon Emergency Management, OEM, has a lot of things on their website that we can pull and write a little article, get some information out to people. Lincoln County does as well. They've both got a lot of information available. To me, one of the biggest things we have failed on in the connexes is our protocols. We don't have any written documentation of what to do when you open the door. If somebody is not familiar with that and they're the ones that are opening it looking for supplies, what are they supposed to do? What do they do to set up, even to help the people that we're identifying as key people? We need some sort of organizational information of what to do, what to start, what's the first thing that should be done? Do you pull out first and try to get distributed? How do you get it someplace? How do we get it down the hill? We need to think through a lot of that, I think, and come up with those components of how to respond when there is an event.
You know, that might be a good, project for two people,
There you go.
like, like me and Mary.
Okay.
Like, just kind of come up with a rough draft
Mm-hmm.
and then come back here.
Oh, yeah,
with it.
absolutely.
And I think you would have, I think it would be a good idea probably to have, I don't know, a couple of things. I mean, to me, you open the thing, see if the radios, get the radios working, some
There
lights.
should be, the radios will be working
Yeah.
because they're being charged all the time.
Yeah,
It's what do you do with the radio? How do you operate it?
right,
Some instructions should be there, and that's what James is gonna be working on.
okay.
He'll do that portion
Okay.
for sure.
I'm gonna be seeing Mary when she gets back this
Okay,
week, so
okay,
I'll ask her if she wants to do it. If she doesn't wanna do it, I do it by myself, but we'll probably do it together. Let's go have coffee and just, try to come up with something. And maybe two somethings, like, I don't know,
you'll begin the process.
yes. Thank you.
What about, and communications on there also have, the master list of people that can be reached,
Exactly,
with a,
yeah.
maybe just basic communication for any of the principles that are needed or helpful, but also specifically the satellite communication. The list of whoever's got inReach or whatever.
Who has that access?
Yeah, and it'd be good for all of us to have that, just at home too.
I wonder if we should have a list of like some people's phone numbers and.
Yeah. Exactly that, yeah, phone numbers and also whoever's got the satellite device.
Right, so I mean, like, I don't know, just,
Yeah,
I mean.
we should distribute that,
Yeah.
and have them in the Connex too.
Okay,
And I have a charger thing like that you charge up and it's about this size, you might have seen them or whatever. And you can charge up and then you charge it'll charge phones and it has, I can't remember how many hours it has on it. So I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I've got one like that, it opens up and it's a good solar, it's got solar panels.
Solar. mine
Yeah.
has solar.
I always take it camping.
Yeah.
Works great.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, because, I mean, all my contacts are in that, but to have a written list of people to contact.
and yeah, more and more of that information that we can collect and get in there,
Yeah,
I think would be important.
yeah, no, I
This
do
one.
too.
City is looking into the satellite Starlink type. Was it Starlink that Bobby was looking into, or it was a different?
I'm looking at Starlink.
Was it Starlink?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
confirmed it's gonna actually do the install.
Okay,
I don't know, doing the city hall
if
first.
that's the one she was talking about, yeah, I checked to make sure that my phone would accept it too, because she had listed me on there too, so.
In theory, the way it'll work is our city hall firewall has like a backup internet setting, so that if the main internet goes down, it can search for it on the second. So in theory, it should be pretty seamless. Wi-Fi should all work like normal. So we'll see, but that's the plan.
Sure,
Yeah,
that's all we can
Starlink's
do.
really good, it doesn't go off out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have some friends who have it, they don't like paying, who, but.
Yeah. Well,
He doesn't need it for.
no, but as far as like the connexes go though, I mean, I make a mobile version too, but I don't know if we need to.
I think individuals having that ability is probably more important there. Because we need to be able to set up places at that point. I mean, City Hall may or may not be there, so that may be moot. Depending on the event. But at the same time, 9 times out of 10, it is going to be there and it's going to be part of the functioning group, whether you're talking fire, mudslide, whatever. I mean, it's going to be tsunami that actually wipes out City Hall.
Does something have to be on the building?
Yeah, it's just,
The
the, for
inside
Starlink,
part?
it's,
Then
I think a mobile
it should
version.
probably just go over to Public Works building because it is all concrete. The chances of it surviving may be better than it surviving anywhere. I mean, it's close enough and it's high enough. If you have to put something up.
my friends who have it are up the hill behind Drift Inn, and they have it on their house. They never lose
Yeah,
cable.
just in case this bill, because that bill is not gonna hold up to anything. Or this,
Neither one of these buildings will.
long term. You know, just something high enough and sturdy enough that's, you know, that at least has a slight chance of,
Yeah,
you know,
Yes,
Mhm.
it's more robust building over there, yeah.
It's
so concrete.
That's a good idea.
uses satellite phone.
Not satellite phone, but satellite internet. And all our phones over there are voice over the internet,
Okay, so you can't.
so yeah, we can use our landline sets still if we had to run through the satellite.
Cell phone school.
If you have Wi-Fi calling, then yeah, you could. Yeah, I think
Yeah, it'd just be like hooking into any other kind of Wi-Fi, right?
Mhm.
Cool.
our radios that we're using. At one point, it was talked about that they connected to Public Works. Do they? At this point, or did they?
That's what I said, mentioned earlier, that I
Yeah.
tried to call out. Appears to be. Says YPW, I assume that's your public works.
Yeah.
Nobody's responded. Well, that's why I wanted.
That's why you need to talk to Rick and, yeah, and or Dave.
Also maybe about how to change programming.
Sure.
we've got one base unit over at City Hall over there too, so we'll test it out over there if we want to. See if I can hear you on. YPW, it's the one.
Yes, Mary. Okay, Mary asked some questions based on what I had listed. And she said, who is actually in charge of doing inventories? And how often do they really need to be done in the connexes? Well, we are the inventory ease.
Yeah, I think that since the safety committee doesn't do that at this point, that I don't even know that the safety, so we would go quarterly to make sure batteries were changed, the things, that the
Oh,
humidifiers
okay.
were doing what they're supposed to, but now that that's not, or it hasn't been done, I'm not really sure. Like with no batteries in there, that was surprising to me, because even I would have expected at least the old batteries be in there. But to have no batteries in there would be, I don't know, I think it needs to be back on the schedule where somebody needs to be going in those connexes
Mhm.
quarterly, because we own them.
That's right.
Everything, we need to
That's
get
right.
back on schedule, but that's a conversation that I think, you know, we should have with Bobby,
Yeah.
because it really needs to happen, and whether that be, you know, something that Rosa does because she's now making, you know, kind of manning all the buildings. But she can't do that by herself. The
No.
safety committee went to make sure things were safe and so on, and if something needed to be replaced, we could report on that. That
Right.
was that point, but as far as inventorying, I wouldn't put the safety committee in charge of that. I would think this committee would do that.
Who is the safety committee?
Travis and They're doing their rounds today and tomorrow, actually,
Oh,
so.
okay, well, new news to me. I had no idea.
So I can mention.
So no one from City Hall?
Well, Fort Myers kind of is next.
Oh, okay, okay, oh, okay. Well, there you have it.
Okay,
So wait a minute, so there's a safety committee with two people.
You go around all the city buildings and the connexes.
Yeah, we go inside, we make sure that the doors are working, if something needs to be replaced, if something's, looking sideways, then,
Mhm.
they'll turn in a report at the end of their quarterly to the city manager.
Mhm.
And then it's up to her to, then make sure it gets done, because some of it might just be maintenance. Some of it is safety, which has to be done immediately, so.
you should expect to see a padlock missing on radar Connex in the report, because I have it.
See how thorough that, yeah, it was a test.
Good check, a test.
I guess we would like to find out if it's on on their list, to be checking those connexes quarterly.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great then.
Should things be stored with batteries in them? I know whenever I do that at home and I finally get back to the flashlight, it's always leaking or something like that.
Yeah. Or attached to them,
Yeah, it should be,
not put it,
Right.
but attached so that if it does fall.
Right there.
You can find the batteries,
yeah. Is it,
as long as they're there,
taped to it?
yeah.
So,
But we had the batteries.
Batteries up there.
We do,
We did?
we do.
There are batteries up there.
There are some in each, but not a lot. And I don't know about the radios, but we just had a few general batteries for whatever equipment they were for.
This one is sitting in a base
Mhm.
with two bases, but I just picked one of them up. I didn't turn it on at the time, I didn't look at it closely, I just grabbed it.
Was that from Radar Road? From
Radar Road.
Yeah,
Um,
I remember seeing those two right there, right as you walk in.
I would thought it would have, if it is rechargeable, here's free, it should have been rechargeable.
Chargeable battery, right.
I didn't see it ran out. Didn't look to see if they did, I just picked it up. There's something. There's.
We need to look into that, because if we need to get a rechargeable battery, we need to get those ordered then. That'd be something high on the list.
Here we work on double A. Regular batteries.
Oh, wow.
Triple A, but regular batteries, but given the fact that you have a rechargeable base, I think the expectation is you have a rechargeable battery. Instead.
Certainly get some of those easy enough. Great. Inventory, she asked about how often do we need to update inventory in there? We kind of identified what we thought needed to be added beyond getting that every couple years enough.
Yeah, I would say just depending on what your expiration dates are.
On food,
They're coming
right.
up now, I mean, because it's been, hell, I've been here almost 15 years, and some of those up in Crestview, a lot of that food's been there long before I came, so I would just check the dates and start doing it after that, maybe every 2 to 3 years. As things change.
Yeah. Or and check
Yeah.
if you're adding something.
Mhm. And because it's been, I would say when Miss Nancy was here and doing it within the 5-year period before I started working here, I would say we're close to 20 years now. So
Okay.
there might be some things to take into.
We identified a couple of
Mhm.
buckets or something, I think, that were coming up on time.
We're already starting to condense, they were bending, or,
Condensed.
yeah,
Old.
I'm not sure what that means, but probably not good.
I was just saying, yes, if it didn't start that way, it's probably not good. Contact folks, we need that, yes, inventories. And Mary mentioned the protocols, yes, too, because we've talked about that before. Getting written protocols for any of the components, I think, would be good. We did the simulation for the building. We're talking about doing, radio training. I don't know that, excuse me, anybody knows how to set up any of those tents, has any instructions. Has one of the tent bags even been ever opened for anybody to find out? I would think that might be worth in the summer, instead of a meeting. We go set up a tent, take it apart, see, figure it out, and somebody write up basic instructions for them.
Should be,
Look at a
should be
lot of
instructions
things.
in there, but you never know.
You're right, you don't. We don't even know that at this point, so I think that would be a good thing to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
how long have the tent's been there? We saying 20 years or something.
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and so
and
keeping,
keeping for the vermins out is clearly a concern. I mean, we've
That's right.
been pretty good at it, but,
Yeah,
but
there is.
everything has been pulled out before on a number of occasions and just put back in, so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we know things are in decent shape,
Yeah,
but actually, I mean, mold and mildew could be accumulating within a tent bag.
oh,
And
yeah.
we don't know that until we
Yeah.
open one and see. I think it would be worth looking at.
Ruined. I think that, maybe it might be good to have whatever on the list of things you're supposed to have is a tent. I think, I don't know, cause we're talking about tents, I'm thinking of, we have the go bag. How many people have a tent right there? I mean, if you really had to go up the hill and camp out, I mean. Build a tent.
And that's one of the things the Connex does have, is a number of tents.
I know, but I don't know whether they're.
Well,
Whether they're,
Yeah, well,
we need to check,
probably applies to a lot of people in their garage too.
Yeah. for sure. Okay, I'm on,
But yes.
getting them out and checking them out.
I think that's a good suggestion. That's why I think some of the education monthly, in small articles about just kind of reminding people to check things periodically.
Yeah, do it when it's nice and dry.
Yeah, exactly. Focus on other kinds of things, maybe between now and April or so, and then April start talking about some things that they could be doing outside. Take it out, shake it, tarps, tents, any of that kind of stuff. Sure, there's a fair amount of camping gear around in this community, and it would be first for people to be using, and what we have up on the hill is supplemental to what people don't have primarily. And again, we have not come up with locations for setting things up like tents.
Well, so where's the spot that the Connex is supposed to go in the cemetery? Where is that? Or do you have a spot yet? Okay.
It's being delivered tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So where is it going?
You go up, Chief Albert, about 100 feet, there's a driveway on the left. And it's been cleared out. There's a gravel pad put in. Public Works did that. It's level. Mhm.
Well, I know where your house is.
Just before, from the cemetery to my house,
Uh-huh.
there's a street that goes up the hill.
Yeah.
That's Chief Albert. It just goes up a little ways and there's a driveway. It's partially in the trees. Some have been cleared out. And Public Works is looking at removing a couple more trees in there anyway.
Is this
Just, pardon?
where the previous one was?
It's almost exactly where the previous one is or was. We've cleared out a lot. They cleared out a lot first, and then we've improved that a little bit as well. And just so everybody knows, technically that's not a street. It's a private road
Yeah, I was gonna say.
all the way up.
Oh,
I know that I have friends who walked up there.
The road belongs to the cemetery.
That road that goes way up.
That's correct. It's all on cemetery property. Public Works has an easement for the street and the utilities that are in it. And apparently it changes partway up, according to Public Works. That Creekside development up above that has the lots for sale has some right of way on that road as well, partway down. So they apparently have an agreement with cemetery for
Well,
that.
there are some places that people have thought about that people could set up. If there's.
We talked about looking around town at the vacant lots.
Oh, right, that's right.
And that, I mean, in an event, you're just gonna find a place, I'm sure. The,
Big open lot. Pretty much across, on Yachts River Road, just past Cedar there. Just, just like across the street from my house. The big open area, somebody comes out and mows it twice a year. But it's
relatively flat.
not bad. I
Not
mean,
bad,
it's, yeah,
that's-
it's not flat, but it's not terrible.
Better than the hillside.
Yeah.
I know the vacation rental that's up above me that's fairly large and has an acre plus. They've said that people are in an emergency, we're certainly welcome to utilize their area for staging for however. But that ground is so steep, I would not pitch a tent or try to do much on the outside.
Well, there's many vacant lots in town, but I don't know. Yeah, they're near the water, I don't know, there's one up Fourth and.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
Right by the post office. and
ideally, we need to look on the
higher
hill.
up, Yeah.
But as a backup, on the flat, this side of the 101 as well, because if we're dealing with mudslides or something else up on the hill, we're gonna want areas down here to house people. Obviously, we have the field, no matter how it gets developed,
Yeah.
you'll take it over and set up tents and do what.
Tsunami's not gonna be there forever.
That's right.
I mean, it goes away eventually.
All right. Uh, But I think just in general, we've kind of talked about what our goals are. We're all kind of on the same page. Just plant. Maybe formalizing some of those goals would be good. Just listing a little bit more out what we really want to accomplish, our goals, not necessarily the ones that we're giving to city council, but ones that we want to accomplish this year.
Yeah, that's what I
Short
said.
term.
Yeah, definitely be part of it.
So maybe if everybody could think about that a little bit and send me some ideas, I will accumulate and send them back out to everybody. We seem to come up with plenty of things to do, which is good, I think.
Relocate the annex up on Crestview, right? Find a different spot for it. It's
We do need to find another spot for it. Radar's there too, underneath the water tower.
thinking about decommissioning that water tank though, in theory, so.
In time, and then what happens to it and its property, yeah. The one on Crestview, Crestline. I can never, one's in Walport and one's here.
It's Crestline.
Crestline is-
It's in Walmart.
Okay. It does need to find a better home.
I know where the water tank.
Yeah. It's just not in a good location, period. But, and well, I could talk to George again a little bit, because that's his property, I believe. So I could bring that up as well, that he owns the property that goes on up the hill from the water tank
Mhm.
to the east. And there are a number of easements through there. So it's not really a buildable site, because they're road easements, to access other properties higher up because there's no access to those properties. But it might be that we can do a temporary placement up there that really wouldn't interfere. I mean, the Connex is movable. Until somebody's really gonna do a development up there, it isn't really gonna matter.
Steep road.
Yeah. Yeah, getting to all of the Connexes that's, I think, one of the things we need to work on. Is how do we get supplies out of there? Well, we're working on that one. Well, we're working a little better than just a golf cart.
What are you looking for?
City manager and I are considering some options there.
The trolley. Sorry.
Don't think it would make it up that hill.
The disaster trolley. I like it.
Boy, it would, and certainly couldn't turn around and come down.
Talking about like an ATV or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, great.
Nice.
I mean, it makes sense.
Well, it does, and there's other reasons for Public Works and City Hall to have something like that, so.
Of course.
And just to get around, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would not be something that just sits all the time.
Mhm.
We need to be thinking about that and other ways of just hauling stuff too.
Mhm.
We picked the locations that appeared, or they picked the locations that appeared to be safe, which is an unknown anyway. But they're out of the idea was out of the tsunami areas
Mhm.
and near water, and that made sense too. So we just need to look at,
Whatever you're saying about mudslides or fire.
that's right. That's exactly right. We don't have an alternative if something were to come over the hill in terms of a fire or mudslides, and Connexes are down here on 101. What would be an alternative?
Go to the river. I don't know.
But I think we feel pretty good in terms of medical supplies, at least reasonable.
Get us by for days, maybe
Yeah.
not weeks, but
Right.
days is gonna be the most important.
Well, and then there's this other thing that they're not doing the tsunami warning anymore, the NOAA people. You hear about that?
That's
The Wednesday, every Wednesday at 11.
No,
Oh,
they're not.
earthquake,
Oh.
earthquake.
Tsunami warning.
yeah, it got
It's both.
decommit, it got cut, I think, but
Yeah.
I thought someplace in Alaska was taking over that.
They have.
Oh, okay, so, that's
It'll
good.
just be delayed information.
When we only have 15 minutes anyway.
You might see it coming first.
I'll call you guys.
We'll,
I'll be there.
we'll hear the alerts as we're drowning.
Safer than a puppy.
NOAA does an awful lot of things.
Yeah, they do.
Losing NOAA is a big impact.
Deserve any cuts.
Yeah. We'll hope it comes back soon.
He doesn't like, never
Yeah.
mind, he doesn't like
Yeah.
the West, the West Coast.
The West Coast, period. Yes.
Yeah, or Oregon.
Oregon, Washington, all West Coast. I don't have anything really else to cover. Drew, you have any comments, information?
Yeah, thanks, Lynn. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Just had one thought on that Connex there by the cemetery you're talking about. Is there, I know you need to get electrical to it, and that seems problematic. That's awful expensive to go 100 feet, but I'm sure there's
Yeah.
reasons for that. But is there funding or sources for starting to supply that?
That will probably be in our budget for 26, 27.
Okay.
Supplying.
Well, now that you have one so close to the Adobe, I'm gonna put the full court press on Anthony and see if they can step up and do something there. So I'll help out with that. That's less under my control than when than my two properties, but I'll see what I can do.
Okay, appreciate that. Sure. Sure. We do not have identified what we would be placing in there anyway yet. So, I mean, if it wanted to be some go bags or something else to help supply for the Adobe, that would be fine too.
Sure, sure. Well, I'll see what I can do.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anybody else have comments, directions? Article for newsletter? I'll take care of the thank you and ask about the toiletries for this year.
Well, if anybody has a topic, I'll do it, but I don't know.
You want to write something up about the toiletries?
Well, I can do that.
Okay, Okay.
Is there anything else? I mean,
I think focusing and kind of giving a list in there of the items that we would really prefer.
toiletries or what?
Yeah,
Okay, because
Yeah.
it's gonna be for the comments, the photo's gonna be here,
or
okay.
for the
Okay,
emergency
so-
shelter.
Yeah.
Maybe the clothing again. I mean, people, if they hear it a couple times and
Okay,
they'll be a
Yeah,
holiday giving mood. So
yeah, I have some stuff, I'm gonna bring, I have a couple sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Do you wanna give me any
They can-
ideas about the toiletries, or I don't know, shampoo, what hand
shampoo,
sanitizer?
soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, all unused, of course.
Right.
Samples from your dentist, you know?
maybe some like baby wipes or, people can
Yes,
keep
absolutely.
themselves clean.
Yeah,
Um. yeah, toothpaste.
I know we can go out and purchase some.
Yeah.
So we could certainly, we'll supplement if we don't get much.
Okay,
That's,
I will,
that's not an issue.
okay,
It's just involvement of the community and helping setting up the shelter. I mean,
I would mention something about the tent thing. It's not our tents, but like, okay, you gotta go back, you happen to have a camping tent.
Little blurb about it, emergency camping
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and check it out on a sunny day.
You need a good tarp, need a good tent.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yes, and I can't remember how many words do you know that can mean?
Ooh.
Oh,
you have a limit?
I'm not sure.
You gave me a limit for this.
Here's your last.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Is it
Half a
like
page.
250, was it?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
If you do a quarter of a page, she'll be happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Half a page, she.
I think 250 is a full
Smaller the
page.
better.
You pushed stop.
what did you say?
If you do a quarter of a page, she'll be happy. If you do half a page, she'll be
Yeah,
pushing.
okay.
Our printer too, like, our printer will fold our newsletters if they're 3 pages or less, but not if they're 4 or 5 pages. So then everybody has to hand fold
I see.
it, so. it's pretty good.
I get 3 water bills. And 3 news.
We should sign you up, but
I am, okay for 2 of them, but not the rest, so which I get their water bill.
we can, Becca can turn it off, so you don't get mailed stuff.
I wanna see the piece of paper. So that I can understand what, okay, never mind, I'll just.
Like,
Newsletter then.
They were the post office.
Where they don't want you putting anything.
Yeah,
Oh, anyway, okay, for a reason, there's a good reason.
Mentioned batteries at the Connex box, because I talked to Fort Meyer, he's gonna change the batteries out when he does his inspections,
oh, okay,
swap them out.
okay,
And,
great.
anybody know what the date is? She's gotta have the newsletter by
20th.
20th, okay. And I'm gonna get together with Mary, I'll talk to her about doing the other thing, at least
Okay.
get started. on
Sure.
that.
Sure, that's the idea.
Yeah.
It'll take a while to do that,
Yeah.
because there's a fair amount to address. And we can
But I
start
think
to
we can
think about
start.
what all,
Yeah,
yes,
I would just let me get started on some stuff,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, well, there's nothing else. Nice short meeting. Hope everybody has a good holiday.
Yeah.
coming up, and I don't know what the date is for January.
Oh, gosh.
It's the
Where, aren't we changing, or wait a minute,
Changing?
no, no,
It's the fifth.
maybe it's not you, hang on.
It's the fifth. It's the first Monday.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's the fifth.
We'll hope to see everybody January 5th. Thank you.
Holidays, Drew.
Yeah.
Ready for holidays, yeah.